So now we'll move on to our next segment of the podcast. Um, this segment is about cryptocurrency. Now, this word in itself has created a lot of hype over the years. Over last 2-3 years, probably, mainly because of the cryptocurrencies that are coming in Bitcoin, Ethereum, as you just said. So, so for again people like me, what is cryptocurrency? How does it look?
So cryptocurrency is just a financial term that is at the front facing of a blockchain technology. So I see it as a technology that enables you to pay something or trade something using financial instruments. Let's say what is currency, and if you look at currencies, there are multiple currencies. There is Indian rupees, there is US dollars, euros, currency in Australian dollars is there, Canadian dollars, Singapore dollars. So same, we have multiple blockchains and we have multiple currencies where if you need something, you can purchase with those currencies. So for instance, we are an NFT based startup. Like to know, you could use bitsCrunch tokens.
Sir, actually, we lost you for 2 seconds. After you said we have all the currencies, we lost you, I guess. So,
Okay, so there are multiple currencies in this world, and we are an NFT based company. So if anybody wants anything, then they could use bitsCrunch utility tokens as currencies for purchasing any NFTs or getting to know any information about NFTs. So yeah.
okay. Currency. Now, there's this question. As there is no central authority in case of digital currency called Bitcoin, Ethereum, how does Bitcoin realize trust and security among people? We see Elon Musk tweeting something and Bitcoin, or Bitcoin mainly, going up or down drastically. So that still there is a lot of trust that people put into Bitcoin. And of course, the follow-up question is, what is the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum blockchain? Bitcoin blockchain and Ethereum blockchain.
So, do you think a celebrity tweeting something or talking about something can only happen on cryptocurrencies or blockchain? Because I can give you an example where Cristiano Ronaldo just moved 2 bottles of Coca-Cola, and said, "Drink water." And we all know what happened, right? So it can happen anywhere. It can happen anywhere. But the point is, when it happens in cryptocurrency, people go gaga over it. They'll just maximize their efforts and say, "Oh, see, look at this currency. It went down, it went up." It happens everywhere. So Cristiano Ronaldo moving 2 bottles pulled down $150 million worth of Coca-Cola shares in a day. And it happens everywhere, right? I mean, yesterday, Russian-Ukraine war wiped out $150 billion or $1 million from the market. So whenever it happens in cryptocurrency, people they get that insecurity. I don't really get that point, but it's fine. I mean, it's still early days, and cryptocurrency. The point being, everything is on the block, everything is monitored, everyone knows who is sending what. So the point of having a centralized system goes away with Bitcoin or Ethereum. That is the whole concept. Decentralization. That's why they call it decentralization. So where do we store money now? We have it on the banks. Somebody is storing money, and the banks have to build buildings, build ATMs, pay out employees, operational costs, electricity, maintenance, and everything. And what they do in return, you have to swipe 3 times. If you swipe fourth time, you have to pay 100 rupees. And if you have to buy a card, a credit card, if you pay somewhere, you have to pay charges. And that is always there, right? So the additional charges will always be on a person, on you or on me.
Not on
With
the
blockchain, you break that bank barrier. If you want to send money to someone, why should you need a bank? You are your own bank. That is the concept of blockchain. So, and difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum is they both or have their own pluses and minuses. I mean, Bitcoin is very fast in terms of transaction, where Ethereum is right now slow and it has a gas fees because there is a lot happening on Ethereum. If you look at it, NFTs are there on Ethereum. You can buy profiles. Let's say viral.eth. You can buy that domain. That is on Ethereum. Whereas Bitcoin is more like a transactional oriented or a super fast transactional coin, and which was also the firstly released coin or idea. That is why we call it as Bitcoin and all others as altcoins. Yeah.
Okay. So you are your own bank. This becomes the like tagline when you said it. That's the base behind cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
So now a very relevant question. How does this Russia-Ukraine situation affect crypto market?
I mean, not just, not just crypto. Like I said, it can
Everything.
affect the entire market. I mean, throughout the market, if you look at shares, every shares have gone down. Even Tesla shares have gone down. The same reference that I'm taking. You said about Elon Musk in
Elon
the
Musk.
previous question. So Russia-Ukraine situation is pulling down the Tesla shares itself, right? He can come out and tweet about Tesla is doing an amazing job. See if it can push the uh, brand value or the shares. So it can impact, it is impacting the whole world. In fact, the crude oil prices have gone up,
Okay.
gold
Already.
price have changed. So a lot has happened over the last 24 to 48 hours. And yeah, it also inflates cryptocurrencies as well. Obviously, when all other shares who is here for the last 30, 40, 50 years, if those are inflated
Who
or
is crypto to
decreased,
stand tall? Absolutely.
then crypto is like a baby. It has come out since 2013, 14, 15, yeah, 6 to 7 years. It's just crawling. So you can expect it to hit cryptocurrencies hard.
Okay, okay, okay. Our next question is more directed towards an individual question. What advice would you give to someone who wants to invest in cryptocurrencies? What is that person going to keep in his mind when he or she is new to crypto market?
I mean, whenever people approach me or ask me about any financial advices, I keep myself away from such situation because financial advices, I refrain myself from giving it to someone because uh, in general, shares, markets, bonds, mutual funds is risky. I mean, that is why they say that, right? I mean, mutual funds are subjected to risk. Some
Market risks.
long, long sentence, which is pronounced within 2 seconds.
So we cannot
Okay.
directly predict that.
Yeah. So cryptocurrencies is, like I said, it's like a baby. So it's even riskier. Today, I can totally support Polygon or Ethereum or Solano. Even if something happens with the team, let's say CEO gets into something or CFO gets into some rant, you can always expect that to go down. So that is the reason why I always advise people to closely follow the whole project, not just the market, but study the project. Let's take bitsCrunch will have its own tokens by this year, mid of this year, June, July, or August. So you
Nice.
have to study bitsCrunch. What is bitsCrunch? What are they doing? What are they solving in this space? And who is the team? Because if you look at cryptocurrency space, half of the teams are anonymous. They'll just have a monkey photo or some random crazy photo on their DPs. So if you would like to invest on any anonymous projects, that is totally up to you. You are free to do that. But on the other hand, there are legitimate faces like at bitsCrunch, I show my face everywhere. You could literally see me everywhere, right? So
Correct.
that that puts me in front of the world, saying that this is
Hmm.
my project. I take care of it, and so you have to study the team, uh, their backgrounds. So, for instance, I did my masters in Germany. I worked for companies like Volkswagen, Siemens, that adds up to the credibility. So check the project, check the team, see if you could get them on LinkedIn, Twitter, or anywhere, and then let's say uh, follow what that currencies or tokens can mean to you. It's not that you just get it for 50 and sell it for 100. It's
Hmm.
that how long you hold that so that you get richer, richer,
Maximize the profits. Yes.
maximize the effect. So it's about how strong you believe in a product or a team. So if you personally know Vijay, I mean, I have friends, many friends who say, whenever bitsCrunch token is out, I'm gonna buy that, hold it for a long time so that I can be rich. I mean, people used to say that, and I'm glad that I've got so many friends saying that. So it's all about the conviction that you have for the founder, for the project, and for the idea behind the project.
So it has to be based on research and trust towards that entity.
I would advise people to do a minimum research of 2 to 3 months on cryptocurrencies in general. On a project level, they should at least do 2 to 3 weeks of effort just to read through what have they written, what are their pluses and minuses. You have to go through a lot.
And not just invest just because everyone else is doing.
Yeah. Just because everyone is investing, please don't do that. I mean, are we investing in gold or land just like that? If your dad or if your uncle buys a land in Jaipur, are you going to do that? Do that? No, right? Because land is something that we always be cautious about. We look for options like, is there a school nearby? Is there a hospital nearby? Is there something that is more tangible nearby? Is there a supermarket? Is there a shopping mall, cinema theaters, everything, right? So you look for so many options in order to buy a land or a house. So I would advise do the same for cryptocurrencies. Look for options. Look around. Just look around. Yeah.
Okay. That was absolutely helpful advice. Next, the question that we have is, now this government announced, they didn't exactly announce, but they talked about CBDC, that is Digital Rupee thing, in the budget that was presented on 1st February. Now, the question is that India has a great UPI setup today, and it is very easy to use, and we are all using it. We all. So, why exactly did this need arise for digital rupee in India, for the government to bring out their own rupee, and how is it going to be better than UPI? Will it be easier for people to adapt to it, given the convenience that people presently have with UPI?
Now the point is, uh, UPI, right? I mean, taking from the example from what you said, if you just roll back to 5, 7 years back, if somebody would have said your mobile is your wallet, you have all your money on your mobile phone, people would have laughed about it, right?
Okay.
People would obviously doubt you. Just a second. So people would obviously have laughed at, because they never value mobile when it came in the beginning, right? Mobile used to be
Yes.
such big and
That is very
it was not so fancy. And now look at the scenario. So I see it as it's a revolution. And on the other hand, it is not that India have to have the stable currency, stable coin. It is just to have a marker. Let's say US has stable coin, USDC,
Hmm.
USDT. There are two coins, Tether and USDC is there. It is called USD coin. Why do they have that? They want to pump some money in, which is equivalent to the current market price. Let's say if Indians want to invest, why should they do it through USDC or USDT? Right now, Indians are doing that. I am using USDC, USDT to pump in money or check out money. If I
Okay.
own Bitcoins, I convert that to USDC, I check it out to Coin DCX or whatever wallet. So why do people have to rely on other currencies? Then comes the CBDC or whatever. They want us to do or transact using our own currencies. I mean, now with UPI, it's already virtual. I feel
Yes.
it's already a cryptocurrency in a form of UPI. UPI. It goes through bank and it comes out. But with this cryptocurrency, the bank will be no more.
Eliminated. Decentralization, as you talked about. So this, I guess, ends our segment for cryptocurrency.